Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome into my wardrobe. So today we are going to be doing my autumn and winter into spring and summer wardrobe switchover video. I am so excited to film this video. I've been feeling uninspired lately, to be honest with you. Uninspired with my wardrobe and uninspired with like the pieces in it. And I think it's down to the fact that a lot of the items in my wardrobe are very wintry, as you can tell. There's a lot of like big coats and that sort of thing, and I'm really just in the mood for spring styling. I know the weather isn't quite on our side just yet, but fingers crossed that we will have some spring weather really soon. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be dressing in my spring clothing because why not? By the way, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then hello, my name is Patricia and I upload lots of fashion and styling content here on my YouTube channel. So think wardrobe switchovers, declutters, organizational videos, and also outfit ideas, spring outfits coming very soon, and lots more style inspiration. So if that's your kind of thing and if you want to see more, then please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's get started. I've been filming these wardrobe like switchover videos for like 5 years now, so I feel like everybody knows what the inside of my wardrobe looks like by now. But just in case you don't, I have this section which is essentially just like one large rail, and then I have some extra space at the bottom, and then I have a single door just to the side which has shelving. So that's how it's divided up, or that's how my clothing is divided up. But we'll start with the hanging section, seeing as I'm standing here already. So I'm going to, do you know what, this is always so overwhelming, I never really know where to start, but I am going to just go ahead, remove items, decide whether they are going to stay or be put into storage, and we'll go from there. Actually, before we get started with that, I'm going to tackle the doors. They're quite full at the moment, but essentially there's a real mix. There are like hats, scarves, just a lot of different stuff here at the moment. So I have two caps actually. I have a really small head and I really struggle when it comes to buying caps. So this one is actually a youth cap, so it's for kids basically, but it's great. Then this is just like another white one. Caps are great for this time of year, so they are most likely going to stay. I have a few scarves from Charlie. I've actually got a couple. So I've got like a camel coloured and then I've got a brown coloured one, which is actually new. I love these. They're cashmere and they are just so cozy, perfect for winter. Scarves, etc. gonna go. For the rest of my scarves, I came up with this solution. I don't know if you watched my last video, but I was really struggling with a way to store my scarves that made them still really accessible and just easy to get to, easy to reach, and visible. And so I actually found these like slightly smaller hangers. I believe they're trouser hangers, and they worked perfectly to keep my scarves. So I usually have two on each hanger, but I actually think I have a couple in use, which is crazy considering it's almost April and I've still been wearing scarves. But this is how I managed to sort of get my scarves storing solution, and it worked really well. Everything else on this side is just going to stay the same. I have this hat which stayed out all winter. Obviously I wasn't wearing this in the midst of winter, but I have it now for summer, which is great. I'm then going to pop my caps back here. I have two of them, they fit perfectly. I have this belt, which is quite a like thicker belt and a little bit harder to store. Admittedly, I've actually got a few too many belts now, and these little hanging bits that I have, they're like stick on hooks basically. They can't quite hold more than 3 belts each, and they currently all have more than 3 belts each, so sometimes they end up like falling and that sort of thing. But honestly, I just don't think I want to part with any of them. I feel like all my belts are actually just quite basic. With that in mind, I literally wear 2 belts on rotation. They're all just different. I have this one is kind of purpley. I thought it was more of a brown. It's a very deep brown. Then I've got 2 leopard print ones, which, I mean, I'm a big lover of leopard print, so I feel like they always do come in handy. And then I have more of like a classic black. This is another classic black that I wear a lot. This one has a very large buckle, so it takes up even more space. This is actually another brown belt, which I didn't realise I have. So I think I'm actually going to part with this darker brown belt just because I've not worn it in a very, very long time. And I feel like that also frees up some space. I have this one, which is a much larger one, but I think will be quite a nice one for springtime because of the colours. So that can go there. Then let me take out these. Then I just have, these are all black actually. This is a slightly larger buckle black one, which I think I'll put on this side. Then I have two very like simple ones. They're actually very similar, just one of the belt is a croc print, the other one is clear. Then I have this one, which I've been wearing the most recently, and finally my big belted one, my big buckle one, which I've already showed you, which I think, I mean, it's not the most secure. Maybe I'll swap it, put this one here and put this one here. Okay, there we go. So there's 3 in each one, and I think that's going to work quite well. Quite happy with that. So now let's move on to the hanging sections. I've got quite a lot of sort of these, I don't really know, I feel like it's not quite a coat, but it's also not quite as thin as a cardigan. It's like it sits somewhere in the middle. But I do actually have, to be fair, a fair amount of these that I didn't realize I had so many of this sort of same style. Okay, so this I think I'm going to I think this is going to go into storage. It's also got like some sort of sequin running through. For me anyway, I find sequins are a bit more suited for like winter. I usually bring them out party season, so that's what I'm going to do with that. Same with this one, I'm going to pop it into storage. But then these two I actually quite like. I think this one in particular I'm hopefully going to get a lot of wear out of, and this one is, I mean, this one is, it does have sequins running through it. It's quite like extra and out there, but I think I'm going to keep this one. This has got to be like the cutest little crop top. I do usually associate this one to like winter, but I think I'm going to keep it out. This is the current white shirt collection. This is a one-shouldered shirt, so definitely we'll keep that one. This one, I like it because it's slightly different, but I think that might be time to go. I have, oh, even this one, like I keep it because I think it's so cool, but I've not worn it in like 3 years. This one is very sweet, clearly in need of a steam or something, but it's perfect for spring. And then I have a classic cotton shirt as well, and you know what, I think that's enough. I definitely should have a linen shirt in my storage basket as well, which I'm going to bring over here, and I feel like that's plenty of white shirts. Trouser wise, I have 3 hangers with trousers at the moment. I'm pretty sure I've shown you these trouser hangers before, but they're really good because you can fit so many pairs in here. You can fit 5 different pairs, which is really great. So this is essentially just faux leather from what I can tell, and I would put them into storage, but one year I put my leather leggings into storage and they came out and a few of them were actually quite damaged. I think it was because they were like quite compressed and they sort of got no air and stuff, and it just wasn't very good for this type of material. So with that in mind, I do think I'm going to keep them out. I'm definitely missing 1 pair of black faux leather leggings. I'm sure I'll find them later on, but the only pair I'm unsure about is this top pair, which is a pair of like red ones, but as it's not really the season for them, I don't really want to sort of declutter them at the moment. I have a black paper bag. I have 2 pairs of this colour though, and I think I'm going to part with this pair just because they are older and I kind of like this pair with the seam instead. Which then leaves me with my trouser ones. So I have this one which currently only has 2 pairs of trousers. Both of these trousers are trousers that I really don't wear a lot, so I actually think I'm going to declutter those. Pretty much the rest of these, I don't know what trousers these are. River Island. Ooh. Don't know if I've ever worn these. Okay, need to try these on to see, but for now I'll just pop them back in. But I definitely do need to try these on because honestly I cannot remember these at all. But I have grey trousers from H&M, and then I have my Zara high-waisted trousers in the 3 different colours that I own. So I own the camel colour, black, and then oyster white as well, and then I will pop this back in, and that leaves me with 2 hangers for trousers. I actually have a couple of trousers that I keep in my other section, kind of like wide leg trousers, which I really want to bring into these hangers because they're really quite hard to store like folded up. I feel like they always get a little bit, just they don't look so good. So I think what I've done here is left myself 2 hanging spaces so that I can fit in my 2 pairs of wide leg trousers onto this hanger. And I guess, as always, should I need another hanger, I do have an extra one that is currently empty. Here I have 2 skirts. I have my pleated skirt from H&M, which I love, and I've got this leopard print one. I do actually think that this leopard print one is a little better suited for winter time, so I'm going to pop that into storage. I have a trio of satin slip skirts, so a classic black. I've also got a red. Red I would associate more with like Christmas, but because it's a skirt, I feel like it equally works quite nice for spring and summer. And then I have my white one, so all 3 of these are going to stay. I feel like it's finally time to start styling these. And then I have a few printed ones, so 2 leopard prints and 1 floral print, which again I'm going to keep because I feel like spring is a great time for them. And then I think this is my pride and joy, my favourite thing in my wardrobe. This is my gold sequin midi skirt. It comes out every Christmas and party season. You will see a video or outfit idea of me wearing this for the party season. It's just fab. So it's going into storage, but it will be back again in the winter. And you know what? There are a lot of sequins in my wardrobe, I have to be honest. So I'm going to quickly go through and bring out all of the sequins. I mean, this sure is a lot of sequins for one person, but I always bring out the sequins come party season. I think sequins are just such a party season staple, so these will all be coming out next party season. The remainder of items are quite a lot of jumper style midi dresses. I have 4 of these, which again are going to go into storage. And then these are kind of the same thing, kind of like jumper style dresses or like ribbed midi dresses, that kind of thing, which I think are a bit more better suited for winter, so storage once again. So I've been busy putting all of my dresses from my storage basket into hangers to put on into my wardrobe. I feel like I have a kind of order which might only make sense to me, but typically firstly I'll go by length, so everything short is that way, everything longer is this way, and then I will go by thickness of the straps, which may sound a little weird, but it works for me and I quite like that. I also double up on my hangers, so for instance on this hanger I have 3 different dresses here, just because if I were to use a single hanger per item I wouldn't have enough space basically. And if you thought that was it, oh my gosh, something just dropped, but oh how wrong you were. There really is a lot of stuff to go through. So those were all the strapless dresses. And then these are my dresses with short sleeves. And then I have a mini dress category. And then my final category is long sleeve dresses, which actually I have quite a few, which I'm quite happy with because I feel like they're perfect for this kind of weather that we've got going on at the moment. Next up, mini dresses. And finally, long sleeved midi dresses. Here we have it. This is how you very quickly fill a wardrobe with dresses, and I mean it's instantly as packed. I really cannot do much more dress shopping for spring, admittedly, because this is full to the brim. I have to be honest, I personally actually really struggle when it comes to spring and summer styling. I feel like with autumn and winter I'm really happy with my current wardrobe selection. I'm happy with my knitwear, I'm happy with my jeans, like all those key items I'm really happy with. However, when it comes to spring and summer I struggle so much more with my style. I like wearing dresses and things, that's why I have so many dresses, but I find it so much harder to rewear and restyle dresses in ways that look different every year and different like every day. So I tend to accumulate so much more within my spring and summer wardrobe, which is something I'm going to try really hard to cut down on this year. I actually haven't been shopping much, if at all. I've been doing quite a bit of secondhand shopping actually, which I've really been enjoying recently, but shopping in general is something that I'm trying to cut down on substantially, and I think it's going to be a big challenge for spring and summer, so one that I'm hoping I will succeed in, but we'll see. So for now, this is everything that's in here. Like I said, pretty full to the brim. There are a couple of shirts and things that I have in like my new in rail and things like that that I do want to add into here, but apart from that, I think it's looking pretty good, pretty full and colourful, and I'm already feeling newly inspired for the season. Oh, and just before we move over into the shelving section, I just wanted to show you the basket bags are out. I mean, you can't see them, they are all in their duster bags because they've been in storage for essentially like half a year, like 6 months, but I'm really excited to bring these out and add them into my bags section. For those of you that don't know, my bag section is essentially under here, so I keep all my bags in my wardrobe as well. This wardrobe is like a Mary Poppins bag. It fits in so much. It has absolutely everything in here, but I'm going to slot these in at the bottom. Don't think I'll film that because you've probably seen it time and time again, and I don't have any new additions, but just so you know, the basket bags, they're out and ready for spring and summer. Moving on to shelving next. This is where I feel like I need to do the most work. The thing is, when it comes to spring and summer, the most I have to put in is into the hanging rail, but then for autumn and winter, the most I have to take out is from the shelving. So there is a lot to remove from here. This is obviously my knitwear, so this is where I keep the majority of my jumpers. These four on the front are my favorites. These are the And Other Stories mock neck sweaters. I have them in 4 colors. These 4 colors, I adore them. I wear them all the time. I think they are fabulous. But I think I'm going to be putting all 4 away into storage. Now, usually I try to keep out at least 1, but I don't know, I'm feeling like I need to be a bit more experimental, I suppose. I'm definitely still going to keep out quite a few knitwear items. Definitely like my striped jumpers, which are up here. I actually think they're out of view, but up here I have my striped jumpers, and then a few other sort of knits that are great for a lighter knit and also just layering, because like I said, it's still pretty cold at the moment, so I can't quite rid myself of all the jumpers just yet. But I always think it's good to have a few knits, even if it's just as like a layering piece, a jumper over the shoulders, which is a vibe I live for. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna have a bit of a sort through. Okay, this is the selection I've ended up with. So quite a few striped knits. I feel like stripes are so good for spring, and then just like lighter colors. I did end up keeping 2 mock neck sweaters. I feel like it was maybe a little bit ambitious to say I would put all 4 into storage, but I've halved it, so I've only got 2 here. I went for the white and grey because I feel like they're really good colors to have out. They just work with everything. A black jumper, cream. This is more of like a mohair style, so it's actually good for super cold when we start going into like autumn time again. This will be great. The rest of these are just kind of like layering jumpers. This one is a really nice light layer, and then I have a few cardigans and things. For example, this cardigan I'm wearing can also then fit into here nicely. Another cardigan, a v-neck. Just very happy with that. Very minimal, definitely decreased, but much better. And whilst we're at it, I actually have sort of leftovers doesn't make sense, but like overflow from my jumper section last year. So whilst these aren't quite like big thick knits, they are sort of like lighter knits, I suppose. So I actually think I'm going to pop them all at the top. A lot of these are like my lightweight long sleeve tops and things like that, and I suppose they can live up here. This is actually a thermal, so that can go, but the other sort of more thin type knits that I'm still going to be wearing, like a few crop tops, bodysuits, that kind of thing, I'm going to move them all up here as well to sort of populate this area a little bit more, seeing as I have so much more space up here now that so many of my jumpers have gone. A few of these are actually cashmere, so these cashmere knits I'm going to pop into my storage basket as well. But other than that, another striped top and then just another basic top. So I think they will also live up here. Moving on to bodysuits, also going to live up here. I think that actually makes quite a bit of sense. I think anything that is sort of long sleeve and just a bit sort of thicker and chunkier, I'm going to move up here to live with the small knitwear collection that I have out for spring summer. I usually move around these shelvings a bit to like accommodate space wise. I don't know if you can see, but it's sort of got these little holes on the sides, which means I can move the shelves as and when I please for like whatever I need basically. And usually this one does go up ever so slightly, so I'm going to have a look and see if it's worth doing that again this year. Otherwise, because it kind of, I've got like dead space up here basically, which I think is a little bit wasteful. So let me have a look. Do I have anything else? A couple more to add. That's actually a short sleeve top, so I kind of want that to go somewhere else. This one is also like a 3/4 sleeve top, but it's sort of like that knit material, so I kind of feel like it makes a bit more sense to be with my knitwear as opposed to living with like t-shirts or something, because it is such a thick material. But I think back here, just noticed all of my roll neck tops as well. Do you know what? I love roll neck tops, but this autumn and winter I didn't actually wear my roll necks that often, which I am so surprised by, because usually I live in them. Like honestly, I absolutely love them, and this was my selection for the year. But I think I just pretty much just wore this cashmere one and maybe my black one as well, so they didn't do too much work this season, but they will be ready for next autumn and winter. So I've just managed to move that up one, which is great. Leaves me much more space and much more open like plan for this area here. Currently I have quite a few, I think this is all t-shirts. I actually have t-shirts and short sleeve tops as well. So what I'm going to do is split them. I'll have t-shirts on one side and then more of like the racer back style tops and that sort of thing on another side. I kind of feel like that's what is likely to make the most sense to me, and that way I know exactly where everything is. It's nicely and divided, which is great. So yes, those are all sleeveless. And these are all my t-shirts. I'm going to put my t-shirts at the back, but actually, okay, so these are just a few things that were in my storage basket. So I'm just going to put them in here. I do still think, space-wise, I'm not utilising this space as well as I should be. These are some additional t-shirts, which I'm going to pop in here alongside like my favourites. So I think I'll just pop them over to the back. These are some sleeveless tops. Admittedly, I don't love these. I got these maybe 2 summers ago, but they're not my favorites, but I will still keep them because they are in like basic colors, so I feel like they always do come in handy. So I think I'll pop these at the front because they will be my most used. And then to be honest, I only have like 2 like kind of nice tops, so I'm going to pop them towards the back here. But I don't know if you can see, like this is incredibly empty. Onto jeans next. To be honest, I think I'm quite happy with jeans and how they are, so I don't actually think I will do any changes here. I'm going to take them all out anyway and have a quick look through, but admittedly I think I'm quite happy. These are Levi Ribcage, which are currently my favourite jeans. Really love them. So these are staying. These are Farley's, and admittedly not my favourite colour of Farley's, but I'm going to keep them nonetheless. These are my white jeans, which I really need to wear so much more because I got them last year and just didn't wear them basically. So definitely I'm going to make a conscious effort to wear them and style them more throughout spring. These are also Farley jeans, but these are black Farley jeans. I have so many Farley jeans. Oh, remember I was looking for these faux leathers? Here they are. So they're going to go into the hanging section with the others. These are a pair of black skinny jeans. These are also skinny jeans. These are the Levi Mile High. These are a pair from Paige, which, do you know what, I am going to keep. I don't wear them that much anymore, but they're Paige, which is a really nice brand, so I'm going to keep. These are Levi 501s. Levi 501s are not my favorites, but quite a few people have told me that I just need to wear them to like break them in so that they're a bit more comfortable, because the reason that I don't currently wear them at the moment is because they are just so rigid and so uncomfortable. So maybe I'll pop these closer to the top so that I wear them more. These are Farley jeans. These are actually my favorites. I have this pair, like 2 pairs of this pair, if that makes sense, which admittedly I think is a little bit ridiculous and I don't think anybody should do that, but I just love them so much and noticed that there were far fewer Farleys at the moment, so I ended up buying another pair. These are a pair of jeans from Topshop. They are called the Topshop Awesome Jeans, and I know that these are really great for springtime, so definitely keeping those. These are, oh, these are my wide leg jeans. These are old Topshop. And actually my friend asked me for the name of them, so let me make a note of that. They say Topshop 1. I wonder if that's what they're called. I don't know, but I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to her. More Farley jeans, more skinny jeans, a pair of Lee jeans, which again I don't wear too much, but they are the only pair of Lee jeans that I own. These are old wide leg jeans from Mango. I think I'm going to put these into storage. And then I also have a pair of dungarees. And then yes, just these last few pairs, which are my favourites and the one I wear the most. So I'm going to keep them closer to the top so that they're easy to reach. I am just going to be a floating head for a moment, but we have reached the section of my skirts and shorts, and basically what I'm going to do is just pop in some of the things that were in my storage, mostly denim shorts and stuff that didn't stay out, have a quick rejig of that, and then pretty much we're done. Wardrobe switchover is done. I have completed it, ticked that off the list. I feel like that's my first bit of spring cleaning and decluttering for this year, which feels very, very good. I have put away all of my autumn and winter pieces. Well, the majority of my autumn and winter pieces. I do still have like some knitwear and things like that out because the weather still isn't quite spring weather, but we'll ignore that for now. So all of that is done. My spring and summer pieces that were in storage from last year are now out and into my wardrobe, which is great. It is looking way more colourful and I'm just very excited to feel newly inspired with these new items. So before I finish off today's video, I'm just going to do a quick whiz through of everything so that you can see everything I'm left with and how everything is looking. So let me start here, seeing as this is the section I've just completed. So I've kept some knitwear, as you can see, a fair amount of knitwear. I think this is definitely more than enough to keep out for spring and summer, but I'm quite happy with these picks. A few, you know, classic knitwear options, and then here at the top are actually like bodysuits and things, but like still slightly thicker, so long sleeve tops, that kind of stuff is all living here. And then on my shelf just beneath, I've kept this side, I have like vest tops, that kind of thing, and then at the back I've got t-shirts. And then here at the front I ended up keeping my wide leg trousers here. The reason I decided to keep them on a shelf is because it makes them a little bit easier for me to grab rather than having to go into my wardrobe and bring out the hangers and all of that. It just felt a bit easier for me, so I've kept them here, also in the hope that I will wear them a little bit more as well. Then the shelf below is where I keep my denim. This has pretty much stayed mostly the same. It doesn't tend to vary too much. Like I'm happy with my denim collection. So that's that. Then down here I've got skirts and shorts. So we've got the addition of denim shorts, which I brought out from storage, and they are now in their place for spring and summer. These are just a couple of like more classic shorts that I had out previously, but that have stayed. On my other side, I've got skirts. So there's a real mix of like a few mini skirts at the bottom, and then at the top, more midi length. The reason I have some midis here and some in my wardrobe is because the ones in my wardrobe are all that sort of satin and slip material, which don't fold so well. So I ended up moving those into my wardrobe, but purely because of space constraints in the rail section, I kept the rest of them here. And then I may as well show you the bottom shelf. This is just kind of loungewear and stuff. So I've just got sweatshirts and things on this side, gym kit on this side, like leggings and things like that. And then at the very back, I've got some robes and things, but yeah, it's looking good, I think. My only downfall is this shelf looking so big and just so empty, and I contemplated with this shelf making this one slightly bigger, so moving everything up one, but I don't think I will be adding more skirts and shorts and things to sort of warrant that. So for now, I just have quite a lot of space here. We'll see what I end up doing with it. We'll see. As I start to like utilize my spring summer wardrobe, I'll realize exactly what I need and what I don't need. But this is basically how my shelving is looking for spring and summer. And next up we have the rail. As you can see, it's looking really, really full. I really don't think I can add many more additions to this summer, at least not without taking out some. It's literally going to have to be a one in, one out situation. So on this end, I feel like I didn't really talk about sort of these few pieces here, but these are like pieces that I call like sentimental, so they kind of just stay there all year round. I don't necessarily wear them. Probably could do with a better storage solution for those, but you know, it is what it is. Then on this side I have long sleeve dresses, mostly midi dresses on this side. Then in the middle we sort of go towards a shorter length. I did tell you that I keep everything like with lengths basically. Then even shorter, and then it leads us on to like sleeveless numbers. Then on this side we go into mini dresses, which then does the same sort of thing, goes from short sleeves into slightly longer and then into long sleeves. And then I've got my slip skirts here on these hangers, my trousers on these hangers, shirts here, and then at the very back I just have like those two knit, well, like cardigan knitwear options kind of. But essentially the reason why I keep it like this and I try to be quite conscious of lengths is because on the right hand side is where I keep my bags. So as you can see, everything cuts off at this kind of length here, giving me a bit more storage space below, whereas on this side everything reaches the floor basically. My bag section isn't looking the most aesthetically pleasing or tidy. I added in quite a lot of bags, and I have quite a large selection of bags, to be honest with you. So you can see this is a wicker bag, I've got another basket bag there, a few more basket bags at the back as well. Just a lot of bags going on at the moment. I did actually clear out a few. I have 4 that I ended up decluttering, so that's good going, but still there is quite a lot here. But that's how that is looking. And I guess for the final run through, let's just go through the door, which you saw me do at the start of the video. My belts are now in this section. Up here I have a couple of caps. How annoying is that? A couple of caps, a little wicker hat as well, and that's how this section is looking. So pretty much ready to end the video. I really hope that you did enjoy watching and decluttering and organizing my wardrobe with me. Let me know if you have done or are planning on doing your autumn and winter to spring and summer wardrobe switchover soon. I would be really, really interested in hearing your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, especially if you are new around here. Please do subscribe, and I will see you all next week in my new video. A very big thank you for watching. Bye!